At Kakadu National Park, we want you to have a fantastic holiday that's memorable for all the right reasons. Here are some tips on staying safe during your visit. The best way to stay safe when bushwalking is to be prepared. Wear sturdy walking shoes rather than thongs or sandals. Carry a first aid kit that includes snake bandages. Start your walk early or late in the day. Temperatures reach above 30 degrees all year round. The highest temperatures are often in October. Check the temperature before you walk. Walking in extreme heat can be dangerous. Heat exhaustion and dehydration are very real dangers in Kakadu. Always carry plenty of water and drink at least 1 litre of water per hour of your walk. Take food to keep your energy levels up. Wear sun protection, a long-sleeved shirt, sunscreen and a hat. Heat exhaustion can lead to heat stroke, which can be fatal. If you feel unwell, stop walking, rest in the shade and drink water. If you think someone has heat stroke, call 000 immediately. Plan your route and ensure you have a map or GPS device with you. You must carry an EPIRB if you're walking overnight into isolated areas. All overnight bushwalks in Kakadu require a permit. Tell people where you are going and when you expect to be back. Please follow directions from park rangers and stay on marked tracks at all times. You can be fined for being in areas of the park that are closed. In an emergency, you can use an emergency call device. These are located across Kakadu. For more information on staying safe in Kakadu, visit our website or drop into a visitor centre and chat with our team. Kakadu's waterways and natural pools are spectacular. However, they can also be dangerous for swimmers. Deaths and injuries have occurred at waterfalls and natural pools in Kakadu, so it is important to follow the signage at swimming areas. Some of the waterways are susceptible to flash flooding and many are home to crocodiles. Be alert to changes in the weather and the presence of crocodiles. Always be careful when walking around waterfalls and rock pools, as these areas can be very slippery. Do not jump off rocks into pools. Submerged rocks and parts of trees may pose a severe risk to swimmers. The water in rock pools can be extremely cold and can induce shock, especially on hot days. Observe all safety warning signs in the park. Always assume that crocodiles may be present. Kakadu is home to around 10,000 crocodiles. 2 crocodile species live in Kakadu: the estuarine saltwater crocodile and the freshwater crocodile. Saltwater crocodiles are the world's largest reptiles and Australia's largest saltwater and freshwater predator. They use stillness and camouflage to hide and lightning reflexes to kill. Saltwater crocodiles have attacked and caused deaths and injuries. They inhabit most waterways in Kakadu National Park, including floodplains, freshwater billabongs, creeks, rivers and coastal areas. Crocodiles usually hunt by staying submerged and can attack in knee-deep water. There have even been a number of sightings of crocodiles in roadside culverts and along flooded causeways across the park. Keep at least 10 metres away from the water's edge and never stand or sit on overhanging logs near the water. Crocodile traps are placed by park staff for your safety. Please don't approach or interfere with them. Always obey crocodile warning signs. Even if there are no warning signs, it is always best to assume crocodiles are present. When camping, set up at least 2 metres above the high water mark and at least 50 metres from the water's edge. Never dispose of food scraps or fish offal in the water around campsites or boat ramps. Do not approach or feed crocodiles under any circumstance. Bring your own water or fill up at a visitor centre. Water is not safe to collect from any waterway. The safest places to swim are public swimming pools and the pools at resorts and hotels. Do not swim alone. We do not recommend people swim in Kakadu's waterways. Kakadu is one of the best fishing locations in the world, and it's important to be well prepared and to be croc-wise. Fishing from riverbanks can be dangerous and it is not recommended. Stay at least 10 metres from the water's edge and a greater distance if the bank is flat and low. Crocodiles are known to gather at boat ramps, jetties and launch sites in Kakadu. Take extreme care when launching and retrieving boats. Crocodiles can attack and snatch people from boats. Low boat sides increase the risk of crocodiles climbing or jumping into vessels. Consider installing elevated safety railings on your boat at least 50 centimetres or higher. Use external lighting when boating or mooring at night and avoid internal lighting where possible. Crocodiles are attracted to food smells, so avoid cooking meals on your boat. Always use long-handled landing nets and do not revive fish in the water using your hands. Release fish using a landing net or by throwing them back into the water. Make sure you keep your limbs away from the water. Do not clean or gut fish while on Kakadu's waterways. Clean fish at the cleaning facilities provided at boat ramps and at least 50 metres from waterways. Plan ahead and always let your friends know where you are planning to go and when you expect to be back. Ensure all legally required safety gear is stowed on your boat. For inland waters, always carry life jackets, an anchor, water, oars, a bailer, a torch, extra fuel and an EPIRB. Consider taking a satellite phone when boating in coastal and remote areas. Be croc-wise at all times when boating or fishing in Kakadu waters and return home safely to your family. Driving is a great way to explore Kakadu. Most major roads in Kakadu are sealed, open all year and in good condition, although you do need to keep an eye out for wandering cattle, buffalo and wallabies. Most of the must-see Kakadu attractions such as Ubir and Burungoinolangi are easily accessible from the main road, as are the popular accommodation options. However, driving in the Northern Territory is different to other parts of Australia. Pay attention when driving on sealed roads to avoid soft shoulders on the edges of the road. Keep your headlights on during the day so wildlife, other motorists and pedestrians can see your vehicle more easily. Avoid driving in the dark. Your chances of colliding with an animal are high and most car hire insurance policies do not cover you for the damage. Don't enter a four-wheel drive only road in a two-wheel drive vehicle. Plan ahead and always let friends know where you are planning to go and when you expect to be back. Drive to your experience and ability and be aware of your vehicle's limitations. Expect to drive slowly and cautiously. 80 km per hour is too fast in most conditions. Always check the Kakadu Access Report before setting out. Carry extra food, fuel and water in case of an emergency breakdown. Help may not reach you for many hours, particularly at night. Many car hire companies will not allow their cars on dirt roads, even SUVs, so check the fine print. The roads to Jim Jim and Twin Falls are closed in the wet season and require a four-wheel drive vehicle in the dry. Many of the unsealed roads that are fine for two-wheel drive in the dry season are only accessible by four-wheel drive in the wet. Crossing flooded creeks and rivers can be extremely hazardous, so obey directions from rangers and heed signage and road closures at all times. Remember, water levels rise quickly when it rains, and some of Kakadu's rivers and creeks are tidal, so levels can rise and fall quickly throughout the day. If you encounter a flooded road, check the depth, strength of the current, and the possibility of obstructions before proceeding, or wait until the water has subsided, and always be croc-wise around water crossings. In heavy rain, it is safer to slow down or pull off to the side of the road. Keep your headlights on in these conditions. Check your fuel, oil and coolant levels, battery and tyre pressure daily. Only Jabiru, Kooinda and Pine Creek have service stations. If your car breaks down, always stay with your vehicle. Do not travel on roads that are closed or drive around locked gates or barriers. It's dangerous and heavy fines apply for not complying with directions. If you encounter an animal on the road, you should slow down and sound your horn, but do not swerve around them. This can lead to a loss of control of your vehicle and the possibility that it may roll over. If you see an injured animal in the park, please notify staff in the Bawali Visitor Centre, either in person or by phone. Check on a map where you are going before you leave. Mobile reception is scarce in Kakadu, so phone maps may not work. You can check the road conditions before you leave by calling the NT Roads Report hotline. Bushfires are very common across the Northern Territory and in Kakadu National Park. During the dry season, it is not uncommon to see small fires burning. These early dry season fires are undertaken by Kakadu staff and traditional owners to limit the potential for higher intensity, hotter burns later in the bushfire season. This has been done for thousands of years to protect the area's natural and cultural values. Early season bushfires often pose no threat to visitor safety, but it's important to be aware of which bushfires may be dangerous and when to take action to stay safe. High-intensity bushfires can burn during September through to November. On hot and windy days, fires can be fast-moving and difficult to control. Flying embers from campfires or carelessly discarded cigarette butts can start grass fires that quickly burn out of control. The park manager will enact a total fire ban for Kakadu National Park when an extreme fire danger rating has been issued. Visitors need to be aware of bushfire alerts and safety information at all times when camping or bushwalking. There are 3 types of bushfire alerts: bushfire information messages, watch and act messages, and bushfire emergency warnings. The fire danger rating shows the risk of bushfires in your area. Remember to only light campfires and barbecues in prescribed areas. Always extinguish your fires before going to sleep or leaving your campsite. Lighting fires outside of prescribed areas or disposing of cigarettes inappropriately is an offence. In an emergency, call 000 or 131 444. Or use an emergency call device. These are located across Kakadu. And for up-to-date emergency information, tune to ABC Local Radio 747 AM. Download our fact sheets from the Kakadu National Park website or drop into a visitor centre and chat with our team. The traditional owners of Kakadu and the staff of Parks Australia wish you a safe and enjoyable visit to Kakadu National Park.